believe, and you're here in the office of the Always Believe House. Oh, we're about to have FUN, fun, because we're about to do test 4.2 review. You just learned how to factor quadratics. Wow. That is the ABCs of the higher level math you're doing. All your electronic devices would not work without what you're doing here now. This is a arithmetic of calculus, what you're doing. So a magical whiteboard appears. Let's start rocking and rolling on Star Review 4.2, okay? Or the Test 4.2 review. So number one, we want to factor x squared plus 4x minus 21. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. There's no number in front of the x, so we're just going to take the 21 and write it over here. We need all the factors of 21. To do this, you're going to graph 21 divided by x and hit Control T on the calculator. That's going to give you the factors. So let's go to the calculator. We're going to go to graph. We're going to hit 21 divided by x. Hit enter. And then I get a hyperbola. Don't worry about it. Control T gives you the factors. Now then, notice, these are the factors of 21. 1 goes into 21 and 3 goes into 21. Everything else are decimals. So go to your calculator and then put 1 times 21 and 3 times 7. Which one of those subtracts and gives you 4? The 3 and the 7, right? 7 minus 3 is 4. Put the biggest one first. So we're going to put 7 and 3. The middle sign always goes to the big number. Now then, if I put a plus in front of the 3, I'm going to add them. I want to subtract them, so I'm going to do 7 minus 3. That's going to be 4 in it. Okay, and then these just drop into the parentheses. X plus 7, x minus 3. Let's go to the next one. Okay, on the next one, notice this is a polynomial. All of your answer choices are polynomial. You're just going to store this. So what we're going to do is we're going to store 2 for x and type in the problem. So let's go to the calculator. Hit home and calculate, and we're going to store 2 control variable x. Control variable, there's an STO above it. So hit enter. Now then we're going to type in the problem. It's 9x squared minus 25. 9x squared minus 25, hit enter, and it's 11. So go to your paper and type equal 11. One of these is going to be equal 11. Since I know how to factor, I know which one it is. Just type in all the answer choices, but let's start with D. So I'm going to put D in. So I'm going to go to my paper or go to my calculator, and then it's going to be parentheses. What is it? 3x minus 5 and 3x plus 5. 3x minus 5, close parentheses, times parentheses 3x plus 5. Close parentheses, enter. Ding, 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 ding. I get 11. The right answer choice is going to give you the same answer. So this is equal to 11. This is the right answer. This is a piece of cake. If y'all could store this, you're not going to pass this test. You'll probably pass star if you know how to do this. Let's go to number 3. Same thing. We're going to keep 2 stored for x. Since the letter didn't change, we don't have to type that in again. Now then, let's type in 21x squared minus 35x. 21x squared minus 35x. Hit enter and I get 14. So go to your paper and put equals 14 right here. Now then, what they're doing on this is they're factoring out the GCF. So I'm going to start you on this. You would put divide here. 21 and 35 divide by 7, and they both have an x. That 7x would be your GCF. So let's type in C. 7x and then 3x minus 5. So 7x times parentheses 3x minus 5, close parentheses, enter. You get 14, don't you? That's the right answer. So go to your paper, 14. It works, doesn't it? Piece of cake, guys. This is easy. Just store these in and type them in. That's all you got to do. Same thing on this one. We're going to type it in and store. We're adding polynomials up, right? So I'm going to go to my calculator. And I need the paper here so I can see it better. And we're going to type in what one? We're on number 4. Okay, so I need 5x squared. 5x squared. And then plus parentheses 3x minus 7x squared. 3x minus 7x squared, close parentheses, plus 5, minus, and then 2x plus 4, parentheses, 2x plus 4, close parentheses. I need an x right here. Type it in right. 5x squared plus 3x minus 7x squared plus 5 minus, and I need a 2 right here, 2x plus 4. Okay, so I got the problem in, hit enter, and I get negative 5. So let's go to your paper, put equal negative 5 right here. Which one's going to work? I'm going to kind of do this in my brain. We got 5x squared and negative 7x squared. That's going to be a negative 2x squared. And then I need to group my x's, just 2 underlines. 3 minus 2 is x. So I need a negative 2x squared plus x. That's both of these. And then let's see, we need the 5 and the 4. 5 minus 4 is 1. So let's try A. Okay, so we're going to go to the calculator and type in A. Negative 2x squared plus x plus 1. Hit enter. Shazam. Oh, 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 oh. Ding, 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 ding. Just type in the answer choices. One of them's going to match. So I'm going to go to my paper. This was equal to what? Negative 5. This was the right answer, wasn't it? Go to the next one. Okay, same thing. We're going to factor this. This is easy. All you got to do is type it in. I'm going to do it both ways. I'm going to type it in, then do it by hand. So let's go to the calculator. X squared minus 3x minus 28. So x squared minus 3x. Let me make sure I'm typing it in. Minus 28. X squared minus 3x minus 28. Hit enter. And I get negative 30. So go to your calculator. Put negative 30. We need the one that's going to be negative 30. Now then on this problem, you would graph 28 divided by x, hit enter, you would get 1 and 28, 2 and 14, and 4 and 7. Which one of those subtracts and gives us 3? It's going to be 7 and 4 in it. So I need to put 7 and 4, the minus drops, and it's going to be plus. I need a 7 and a 4, it's going to be, let's try B. So let's go to the calculator. And then parentheses, x minus 7, close parentheses, times, parentheses, x plus 4. X plus 4, close parentheses, enter, negative 30. Wow. F-U-N, fun, fun, fun. So we're going to go to your paper. This one was negative 30. It was the right answer. Just type them in. You're going to get the right answer. Go to number 6. We're going to multiply here. So we're going to multiply and get the answer. Okay, so we're going to keep doing it. Now then on this one we have m. So we need to store 2 for m, don't we? So we're going to go to the calculator. We're going to hit 2, control variable m. Hit enter. Now then type in the problem. So I have m minus 3, parentheses, m minus 3, close parentheses, times, parentheses, and then 2m plus 5. 2m plus 5. So m minus 3, 2m plus 5, hit enter, and then put negative 9 on your paper. So this is equal to negative 9. Now then, I'm going to show you how to do this by hand over here. So we have m minus 3 and 2m plus 5. I'm going to use the full because it's easier. F-O-I-L. M times 2m is 2m squared. This is going to be negative 6m if I multiply. This is going to be plus 5m, and negative 3 times 5 is negative 15, and this is going to be a minus m, and let's try, that's going to be c. Let's try c. So go to your calculator, 2m squared minus m minus 15. Ding, 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 negative 9. Isn't this easy? So go to your paper. This is equal to negative 9. It's the right answer. You don't have to know how to do the arithmetic if you could store these, okay? Very important, though, that you're kind of aware of how the process works. Let's go to number 7. You're going to have to figure this out, okay? So this problem right here, put a dot on the y-intercept. That dot is this number right here, okay, which would be plus 1. So the y-intercept, remember, it's mx plus b. The y-intercept is that number. It goes at the end. Please don't miss that. You get 1 point. Now then we need to get the slope. So I'm going to put a dot here and then look at the grid points. It doesn't pass through a grid point till here. Now then, how much do you go down and how much do you go over? You go down 1 and over 4. That's going to be your slope. Negative 1 over 4, which is right here. That's all you got to do on that problem. So this right here tells you how much you go up or down, over right, and this is your y-intercept. You've got to be able to get that right, okay? Turn the page! Okay, on this one right here, this is an equation. This is insolve, which is menu 3-1. Okay, so let's type this in. So I'm going to go to my calculator. Let me turn the paper over so I can see it, so I don't have to look back over and over and over. Okay, so I'm going to hit menu 3-1, menu 3, algebra 1, numerical solve, and then I'm going to type in the problem. Okay, 10, parentheses, 2y plus 2, close parentheses, minus y, equals 2, parentheses, 8y minus 8, close parentheses, comma y. I got it typed in and hit enter, and I get negative 12. How hard is that to do? So go to your paper and type in negative 12. You would just answer that as negative 12. Isn't that easy? Please don't miss that problem, okay? Let's go to number 9. Number 9, you're going to have a problem like this, okay? Got to get this. So make 2 T-charts. Make 2 T-charts, okay? Let's put this in one T-chart, negative 3 and 2. And this would be, what, 6 and 5? That's this line right here in it. And then let's put this in, negative 1, negative 4, and 2 and 2. All you would do is type those into the spreadsheets and hit M equal, B equal. So let's type the first one into a spreadsheet. Negative 3, 2, and 6, 5. Okay, so we hit home. We're going to click 1 for new. We're going to add a spreadsheet. Type in the X and Y. And then our points are, cannot see that because this type's too small. Let me go back to the paper. Negative 3, 2, and 6, 5. Negative 3 and 6. Negative 3, 2, and 6, 5. Let me make sure that's right. Negative 3, 2, 6, 5. That is correct. And then menu, stats, stat calculation 3, menu 413, X down, Y down, enter. Ho, 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 ho. Here it is. So 0.33 and 3. So go to your paper. I'm going to hit Control C to copy. Notice my blue thing is over the 0.33. Hit Control C, hit Home A, and then hit Control V to paste. And then menu 22 number will give you menu, sorry about that, A. So I got my 0.33. So menu, number is 2, convert to fraction is 2, hit enter, and 0.333 is 1/3. So it's 1/3 and 2 in it. So go to your paper, 1/3 and 2. That means I need a 1/3, or was it a 1/3 and 3? So 1/3 and 3, I'm sorry. And it's a 3 right here. So it's got to be this one or this one, right? The other choices are wrong. Now then, let's go to the next one. One thing, looking at this line, it goes up. This right here is going to be wrong in it. So let's type this in, negative 1 and 4 and 2, 2. Negative 1, 2. So let's go to your calculator, home. We're going to do another spreadsheet. I don't want to save that. I'm going to add a spreadsheet, X and Y. And then let me get my points. Negative 1, 2, negative 4, 2. Negative 1, 2, and negative 4, 2. Menu, 4, 1, 3, X down, Y down, enter. And this right here, 2 and negative 2. So my slope's 2 and my y-intercept's negative 2. So go to your paper and put M equal 2 and negative 2. That's going to be this one right here in it. Piece of cake, okay? Please remember how to do that. Okay, and number 10. The factors of 3, same thing. We're going to store. So we're going to store 2 for X. So let's go to our calculator. We're going to go to calculate. We're going to store 2 for x, 2 control variable x. Now then, let's type in the problem. 3x squared plus 4x minus 20. 3x squared plus 4x minus 20. Hit enter, and I get 0. So I'm going to go to here, put equal 0. Now then, which one of these is going to give us a 0, okay? Now then, I'm sorry, we can't do this because we need a factor. So this one right here, we got to do it by hand. These are not polynomials, okay? So X this out. Now then, I'm going to show you how to do this. So 3x squared plus 4x minus 20. You're going to draw an arrow here and do 3 times 20. 3 times 20 is 60 in it. So I'm going to do 60 divided by x and hit Control T. So go to your calculator, hit home, hit B for graph, and do Control T, get rid of that table. Delete, 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 gets rid of the graph. Make sure you can do this. You're going to hit tab, and we need 60 divided by x. This is going to give us all the factors of x, then Control T. Now that all these numbers multiply and give you 60, let's look at our problem. We want to subtract and get 4. So let's go back here. Which one subtracts and gives us 4? So far none of them work. Keep going down. Right there it works. The 6 and the 10 doesn't it? So the 6 and the 10 subtracts and gives us 4. So we're going to use the 6 and the 10. The 10's bigger. 6 goes here. This is going to be plus. And we want to subtract, so this is going to be minus. 10 minus 6 is 4 in it. Now then, you've got to put 3x on the bottom. 10 divided by 3 doesn't simplify, but negative 6. Let's do negative 6 divided by 3. So hit home and A, and then type in negative 6 divided by 3. And you get negative 2, don't you? So this fraction right here is going to change to negative 2 over x. So our parentheses will be 3x plus 10, and then x minus 2. Those are the factors. 3x plus 10 is the factor, okay? That is a really hard problem to do. So there's a lot of steps in this. Remember, you've got to take this number and multiply, don't you? You can't do store because you don't have both factors. That's what makes that problem harder. Let's do here, same thing. We can't use store. So we're going to write down the problem, 2x squared plus 3x minus 20. We're going to take the 2 and 20 multiply. 2 times 20 would be 40. Now then, we're going to graph 40 divided by x and hit Control T. My battery's running out. I'm just going to give you the factors. 1 and 40, 2 and 20, 4 and 10, and 5 and 8. Which one subtracts and gives us 3? It's the 5 and the 8 in it. So we'll put the 8 first, the 5 second. The plus goes here. We want to subtract minus. The 2x goes on the bottom. This is a factor, 2x minus 5. But this over here, if I type in 8 divided by 2, I'll get 4. So this is going to be plus 4 over x. So x plus 4 is your other factor. So x plus 4, and then the 2x minus 5. Those are the two factors, okay? You're going to be good. You're going to do good on this test. You are going to do good on this test. Make sure you do store. There's 2 problems where you actually got a factor. Remember to graph that number, that C term divided by x. Get your factors and find out which one adds or subtracts and works. You are going to do amazing. Keep believing in yourself. Remember, you are amazing. You are created to do wonderful things, and you are awesome.